Here's a terrifying thought. Every decision you've ever made, every argument you've won, every conclusion you've reached, every single time you were absolutely certain you were right, was based not on reality, but on your version of reality. And those two things, they are not the same. Studies in cognitive psychology show that humans make up to 35,000 decisions every single day. And the vast majority of them are filtered through biases, assumptions, and mental shortcuts we don't even realize we have. In other words, we are all navigating life using a map. But here's the problem nobody talks about. The map is not the territory. And by the end of this video, that one sentence is going to change the way you see everything. Let me take you back to 1998. Imagine you're 18 years old, freshly enlisted in the British Royal Engineers, working with explosives, doing mine warfare, the real deal. You've just been selected for early promotion. This is your moment. And to earn it, you have to pass a leadership evaluation in the middle of Wales in a place called Sennybridge. If you've never heard of Sennybridge, picture this: relentless rain, marshland that swallows your boots whole, hills that never end, and potholes that could twist your ankle in the dark. It is, by every measure, hell on earth. You're handed a map and a compass. No GPS, no smartphone, nothing. And you're told, get your squad from point A to point B in 36 hours. Simple, right? Looking at the map, the route seems obvious. Across a few fields, skirt the woodland, follow a track, navigate some rugged terrain, and you're done. 30 hours, maximum. Easy. Except, the map didn't show the 3 rivers that needed crossing. It didn't warn about the sheer cliff face that appeared out of nowhere. It didn't capture just how impossible it is to march through marshland at walking pace. What was supposed to take 30 hours? It took 3 days, twice the time. Mission failed. The map highlighted paths and woodlands, but it could not capture the lived reality of the terrain. And that gap between what the map showed and what the ground actually was, that gap is where everything went wrong. Now, this idea was first put into words by a man named Alfred Korzybski, a Polish-American scholar in the late 1800s who studied the relationship between language and human experience. His principle was simple, but profound. The map is not the territory. What he meant was this: our perception of reality is not reality itself. Think of your mind as a map maker. Every experience you've had, every belief you've formed, every opinion you hold, that is your map. But the actual world? That is the territory. And no map, no matter how detailed, can ever fully capture the terrain. Here's where it gets really uncomfortable. Neuroscientists have found that our conscious mind processes roughly 50 bits of information per second, but our senses are sending the brain 11 million bits per second. Let that sink in. Your brain is filtering out 99.9% of reality just to keep you functional. You are literally only seeing a tiny slice of what's really there. So when you react to something someone says, when you jump to a conclusion, when you know you're right, you are navigating with an incomplete map every single time. Now, here's where this concept gets truly powerful and a little bit controversial. Think about every major conflict in human history. Think about every person who has ever committed an atrocity and genuinely believed that what they were doing was righteous. Every single one of them was following their map. And before you say, "That's not me," be honest. When was the last time you exploded at someone, gave them a piece of your mind, told them exactly how it is, only to find out later you had the whole story wrong? You were operating from an incomplete map. The territory was different from what you thought. The philosopher Anaïs Nin said it perfectly. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. Your map is built from your childhood, your experiences, your culture, your language, and it is uniquely yours, which also means it is uniquely limited. So here's the question I want to leave you with, and it is one worth sitting with for a very long time. How do you know that what you think, what you feel, and what you believe is actually true? Not comfortable, not familiar, but true. Because the most dangerous people in the world aren't the ones who don't care. They are the people who care deeply, but are following the wrong map. And the most growth you will ever experience in your life will come from the moment you look down at your map and ask yourself, what am I not seeing? That, right there, is the beginning of real wisdom. Thanks for watching and see you in the next briefing.